Hello everybody, my name is Burles and welcome to yet another Hearthstone deck guide. Today we'll be taking a look at Quest Warrior. The quest, when it initially came out, it didn't seem to have much potential, but as the meta unfolded, we got the information that it is really a strong deck together with the Quest Rogue. These are the two quests that are dominating the meta at the moment, and we will go through the Mulligan, the card choice, some playstyle tips, and in general how good the deck is. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna go into is the card choice. The deck can easily be divided into two segments, into the taunts that complete the quest and into the removal cards that keep control of the board. The only card that doesn't fit neither in one of these two sections is Acolyte of Pain. He's played only one copy, and he's just a good cycle card. You have many whirlwind effects in the deck, so he can be pretty useful. Also, the deck doesn't have a lot of cards with potential. Another cycle card that is actually part of the quest completers is the Curator, and he's really good. He can fetch you a Direhorn Hatchling, an Ornery Direhorn, and the double Primordial Drakes that are played, but also the Direhorn that is dropped by the Hatchling into the deck, the 6/9 Taunt. So they are all beasts. The Primordial Drakes are obviously dragons, so the Curator really does have a lot of value. For the removal half, we have double Execute, double Sleep with the Fishes, and a very good combo is playing Primordial Drake plus Sleep with the Fishes on turn 10 to clear an enemy opponent's rogue that has played the quest earlier and has a board filled with 5 minions. This is a complete board clear. Also, we have double Brawl and double Slam. So these are the cards that are here for removal. Then we have a Whirlwind and double Ravaging Ghoul. These are here obviously to enable your executes, but also there are a lot of token decks. There is Token Druid, Murloc Paladin, there is a Hunter. Sometimes this is very good also against Rogue. So the Whirlwind effects are very versatile. For the taunt half, the utility taunts we have are Stonehill Defender that always discovers you a taunt. It is most of the time a pretty useful one. Then we have double Ali Armorsmith. This is the key card against your aggro matchups, against those hunters, against those pirate warriors. And we have then double Tar Creeper, and of course double Bloodhoof Braid, the 4 mana taunt. The best case scenario is always playing on curve, and just when the time comes, you play the Sulfuras, you go into the Hero Power, and you keep control of the board that way and burst your opponent down really quickly. Another card I would like to talk about is Dirty Red. Dirty Red is played in 2 copies in this deck, and he's one of the most meta-defining cards at the moment. He can be played against almost any class and get you a big amount of value. He's very good against Rogue because you delay his quest. He's very good against Exodia Mage because you break the combo, you just defeat him that way. He's very good, can be potentially very good against Hunter if you pull out a Tundra Rhino, something like that, a value card that you can just remove, because usually you play him and then you instantly remove the card that has been played with something like an Execute. Maybe you have a Slam and a Fairy War Axe, something like that. You need to have some backup if things go wrong with the Dirty Rat. He's also good with Brawl. You can play Dirty Rat on turn 7 and then just Brawl for to pull out an extra minion if you would brawl anyway. It's just the way it is. Also against aggro, obviously you can play him on turn 2 against Pirate Warrior. The worst case scenario is Frotning, but when you get him out, you need to have, like, you probably have Slam or Sleep with the Fishes or Execute, Fairy War Axe, something of that caliber that can easily remove that. Otherwise, he's really good. Dirty Rat should never be considered to be played in only one copy in the meta that we have at the moment. Okay, so the Mulligan is pretty straightforward. Fireplume's Heart is obviously always kept. Dirty Rat also. Fairy War Axe is always kept. And then it depends if you are on coin. If you aren't, Stonehill Defender, Tar Creeper, they can be kept. Sometimes if you have a really good curve, Bloodhoof Brave can be kept, why not? Execute really shouldn't be. kept ever. But this is the general overview. If you have a good hand, you can also keep a slam. If you have, for example, let's say you are on coin, you have 4 cards, you have the Fire Plume, you have a Dirty Rat, you have a War Axe, you can also keep a slam, because there is really no reason to go fish for something else. You will probably just get like a 5 mana Direhorn Hatchling or something like that. Just keep the slam and then work your way from that position on. As for the playstyle, I know there have been many of you that have played Pirate Warrior lately. Don't enter in this matchup even thinking if you have a good curve, you can rush your opponent. No, if you have Dirty Rat into Tar Creeper, into Bloodhoof Brave, into Ali Armorsmith, into Ordinary Direhorn. So this is the perfect curve you can have. You cannot win just by doing this, because you need to control the board, you slowly push damage, you get the hero power, and then you burst your opponent. So never rush. Play slowly. Try to bait out your opponent into playing many minions so you can brawl. Don't just throw the brawl. It's a really valuable resource. Also the executes. If you can remove with something like Slam and Fairy War Axe, don't use the execute. You need to be resourceful. Also, for example, if you can play an Acolyte of Pain on a turn comboed with a Whirlwind or a Ravage Eagle, play it then. Don't just throw it on the board, because you are just losing 1 card and you're playing it early. Armor up, wait, be patient, sit down, and that would be it. Thank you very much for watching this Quest Warrior deck guide. My name is Brodos, and until the next time, bye bye.